Geopolitical tensions are no longer just making headlines, they are ripping through the heart of global sport. As relations strain across West Asia, Europe and the subcontinent, sporting rivalries are beginning to fall apart. And the latest flashpoint is the FIBA Under-19 Basketball World Cup, where Jordan refused to play against Israel in a scheduled match. The result, a forfeited win for Israel and a glaring question for the sporting world. Where are the governing bodies in all of this? Why is there no accountability when countries pull out of matches over political reasons? Let's take a closer look.
The world is burning, literally and figuratively. From wars in Europe and West Asia to political instability worldwide, the chaos is spilling into sports. Countries are getting banned, matches rescheduled, entire leagues suspended. But what's worse, the events still going ahead are being disrupted by politics. At the Under-19 FIBA Basketball World Cup, a fixture between Israel and Jordan ended up in controversy. Jordan refused to show up and Israel walked away with the points. The Jordanian Basketball Federation offered no official explanation, but the motive was clear: the ongoing war in Gaza. But here's the problem. If FIBA cleared Israel to compete, should Jordan be allowed to walk away with no consequences? Let's be honest, boycotting a match after entering the tournament doesn't just impact standings. It undermines the event, the organizers and global broadcasters who put millions into making it happen. If Jordan intended to boycott Israel, why not pull out of the tournament from the start? Because the anti-Israel sentiments are not a one-off. In the same tournament, a match between Israel and Switzerland was interrupted after a fan stormed the court waving a Palestinian flag. It doesn't stop with the fans either. Earlier this year, during the European Fencing Championships, the Swiss team turned their backs during Israel's national anthem. The Swiss Fencing Federation launched a full investigation. The athletes were heavily criticized for disrespecting the sport and the moment worldwide. Even last year, before a World Cup qualifier, Norway demanded FIFA investigate Israel. FIFA did, and they deemed Israel eligible. And Norway, they played the match. They won the game, but more importantly, the match went ahead as it should. So here's the big question. If a team is cleared by a governing body to compete, should another nation be allowed to boycott them? Other sporting bodies have taken firm stance. FIFA, FIDE, the IOC, they've all banned Russian athletes from competitions amid the Ukraine war. That's a unified approach, and when teams refuse to play, they usually face the consequences. India's legendary football club Mohun Bagan was kicked out of the AFC Champions League after refusing to travel to Iran for a scheduled match. They demanded a change owing to tensions. The AFC said no, and they were punished. Even in cricket, where political tensions run deep, India and Pakistan still play. They may avoid bilateral series, but when grouped together in ICC tournaments, they do show up. They commit, they compete, and they don't walk away. That's the status now till anything untoward further occurs. And that's why Jordan's boycott raises serious questions about FIBA's leadership. Why was Jordan allowed to forfeit without consequence? Is FIBA too soft to take action? Or does a country's political stance now outweigh a governing body's authority? These are questions FIBA needs to answer, because the integrity of international sport depends on it.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
geschäftsführenden Direktoren,
Hindi,
$30 trillion का कर्ज हो.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
4兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select the language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.